meeting is being recorded. Good evening and welcome back to Let's Talk Destiny Talk Show. I'm your host, Jamie Green, and I'm honored to be with you tonight. Want to remind you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. There is some great content on there that will bless your life. Tonight, I am thrilled and honored to have a young lady who, as we're celebrating Women's History Month, I also want to celebrate women who are not just doing things in the past that we can read about in history, but women who are actively involved in changing the world and making things better. And tonight I have with me my sister friend, Caffie Taylor. Caffie is a Eastern Shore resident, and she's a wife and mother and grandmom. She is the founder of an organization called One Step Away, which focuses on families who have been dealing with domestic violence. And so tonight we're going to talk a little bit about her passion and her purpose and what drives her to keep doing some of the great things that she's doing. So first, I want to say welcome to our platform, and I'm honored that you would take time out of your schedule to join me tonight.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So, Caffie, tell us a little bit about you. What makes you smile? What is some of your hobbies, your passions, things that make you laugh?
Ooh, what makes me smile? I'll say my granddaughter. That's my happiness. She's my favorite little girl, and no matter like how I may feel, just hearing her voice or seeing her face during FaceTime, like really, really, really cheers me up. I
Yeah.
enjoy reading and writing poetry.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
actually book right now. It's in the publishing process right now.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Keep me posted when it's ready,
I share.
and we'll definitely share that information. Okay, so let me ask you this. Um, you are an advocate, and you know, if you follow me on social media, you know I am all about advocacy and speaking for people who may not be able to speak for themselves. Sometimes people don't realize they have a voice, and they don't realize how important their voice is, and so they need someone else to speak for them until they're able to speak for themselves. And so this is what I see you doing, being an advocate for those who have dealt with domestic violence, who are dealing with domestic violence. How did you come to be interested or to have this be a part of your life?
This, before I answer that question, I just want to say this is actually our mission. We assist in advocating on behalf of, people that are scared to speak out because of what they've been through. Um, this became my mission because I was in another domestic violence group, and I used one of my photos that I had a friend paint my face to depict what I went through in my past. And that picture ended up on Google, on social media, and somebody took that picture and made a meme out of it. And it was shared like thousands and billions shares. But
Wow.
it wasn't in a positive way. It was a negative way. Um, the heading for that meme says, fellas, you home watching the game and your girl come in said her side nigga did this, what would you do? And
Wow.
it ripped my heart out of my chest. Like it really, really, really hurt because I only did that. Like I posted that picture to let people know what I've been through, like using myself as an example,
Yes.
for us, so others could see and won't be afraid to speak. And then I was engaged, and my fiance said, take it and turn it into something positive. Then I'm like, how? I went as far as finding out who posted that picture first, and I messaged that person.
Okay.
You know, like I really wanted him to feel my pain, so I took
Yeah.
a picture of his daughter, and I wrote the same thing. You know,
Wow.
and then my
Wow.
husband. I mean, I'm married now. He's like, take it off. So I did. Getting to know that the guy who posted the picture he himself was being abused and he wanted to make fun of somebody. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He has been abused. And 3 years ago, when I was driving to work, I was working in Ocean City at the time. And I'm thinking of how can I take this negative and turn it into a positive? I'm like, how? And
Yes.
I was listening to K-Love, and the song One Step Away came on from Casting Crowns. And I'm like, ding, 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 ding. That's it.
Yeah.
One step away, and then I'm like, I'm one step away from making it better, one step away from change. And that's how I got the name. And I just use what I've been through just to start off one step away.
That's powerful. That's powerful. I love that because I know that we can be passionate about things, and some things we see other people we do, and we say, "Oh, that's nice. Like that's good. I support that." But there's nothing like a passion that comes from your soul, and
Yeah.
I am just so thankful that you had that experience with the negativity, because maybe you never would have taken this step to
Yeah. No.
start your organization had you
No.
not had that experience. And it is painful that people can make fun of or belittle or devalue your negative experiences. That's one of my major issues, is the negative things that people can say about
Right.
other people's bad experiences. And so I'm glad that you had that experience, because maybe that, I don't say maybe, I believe that that is what it was necessary for
Yeah.
you to take the step to where you are now, to start the one step away. I think that's powerful. Now, let me ask you this question. Um, what are you doing right now? How are you reaching people? How can people reach you that are in need? What can we do to get people to know exactly what you're doing so that they can come to you if they need assistance?
Okay, so basically, what we're doing, I do a lot of fundraisers because One Step Away is a nonprofit. So most of everything we do, we use our personal money for it.
Yeah.
So we're celebrating our third anniversary this month, which is actually April 7th, next month, sorry, April 17th. And April 2nd, we'll be hosting a bingo party.
Okay.
We've gotten donations from businesses in the community. And with that, when somebody purchases a ticket, which is $25 per person, they get 2 games, food and drinks. Each additional game is $2. And they have the chance to win those prizes. And all the
Okay.
monies we have, we put it back into the community. We help families that's been affected or going through domestic violence. If they need a place to stay, like to get out of their situation right now, we pay for a hotel. If they need groceries, like whatever they need, they reach out. We have a Facebook page, One Step Away. We also have a website, www.theonestepaway.com. And we're on Instagram at stepaway8. Phone number is on Facebook, and it's 302-244-8899.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Now, let me ask you this question. Do you believe, because one of the things that I want to always remember with regard to Let's Talk Destiny talk show is to focus on purpose and to remind people that we all have purpose. God created us with purpose. And when you find your purpose, you will begin to live your best life. Do you believe that this work that you're doing now is a part of your divine purpose?
Yes, this is my baby. I put my life on the line for One Step Away because when I was going through my domestic violence, I had nobody to reach out to me like the way I'm reaching out. I was
Yes.
always in, leave. Why don't you just leave? Why don't you just leave? But I always say you have to walk in that person's shoe for you to
Right.
understand what they're going through. And
Absolutely.
I just want to be that person that I never had for somebody else. And yes, that's my purpose. I tell my husband that a lot. I just want to quit my job and just focus on one step away. We'd be walking places and we'll say, oh yes, that house will be so good, and we could have
Yeah.
another building there for one step away for people to come in, you know. Yeah,
Yes.
it is. It is.
And that's
And
how
it will.
you identify that something is your divine purpose, because no matter where you are, what you're doing, your thoughts always go back to that. You
Yes.
wake up in the middle of the night and you're thinking of, oh man, I want to try this, I want to do this for once, because I do the same thing with a mother's cry. It's like, I don't care what I'm talking about, somewhere in the middle there I can, ooh, that's something I would like to do for a mother's cry. Now I'm going to ask you this. Thanks. Speaking of a mother's cry, I have found that getting support, I watch, and I don't always reach out to you like I want to. Sometimes in my head, I'm thinking, I need to reach out to her. And then the next thing I know, 2 or 3 days have gone by and I haven't done it. But I want to publicly say that I'm extremely proud of you
Thank
and
you.
the work that you're doing. And I pray for you all the time.
Thank
And
you.
I'm also impressed with how your husband works with you. Um,
Yes.
and what a great support he is to you. And I want to publicly say to both of you, keep up the good work, because even when you have those moments when you might say, like, wait a minute, am I supposed to be doing this? Am I supposed, just realize that there are people watching, there are people being blessed by you guys that may never reach out to you. And I'm going to tell you the truth. I've had moments with dealing with a mother's cry where I felt like I should just give it up, because it's not, you don't get the response, the support. People say to you, oh, what can I do to help? But then when you need them, you can't never find them.
Yes.
And yeah, and there have been days when I'm like, forget it, I'm just gonna just do something else. And I seriously will see a post by you on social media of something that you're doing,
Mhm.
and I say, okay, I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah.
And I wanted to take this chance. I made myself a promise that before I leave, let you go today, I was going to tell you what an inspiration you are to me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely.
And
So
with you saying like the time like giving up, me too. And honestly, it's because of my husband I don't give up, because sometimes when I have, functions and stuff, I'm like, oh my gosh, like nobody is coming,
yeah,
and he's like, guess what? Guess how many people fell down before, they stood back up.
yeah,
Have one person attend something, that's good. They had and they could spread the word,
yeah.
so don't ever
That's
give up.
okay. I'm gonna have to call you on the phone and be like, oh my God.
Yes, don't
But
ever give up.
yeah, we're gonna make it, because one of the reasons I know that we're going to be successful is because what we are doing is not just about us,
Right.
and it's not a personal gain, but it's to bless other people's lives, to literally save lives. And so
Yes.
I just believe that God will bless that. So right now, at this particular time, as when we get finished talking, I will upload this video to my audience, and I want you to tell us what are some things that you are in need of right now for one step away.
Honestly, at the top of my head, a building, a building, a place that the communities. I won't say mine because I'm doing it for the community. That's basically what, because everything else, God provides it. God provides it. Like I just had shared a warmth drive, and my job allowed me to put a box, for donations. So I did that. We went to Village of Hope, Halo. We did the last function we had October last year. We bought all personal hygiene stuff. We did Halo again, Village of Hope, and St. Joseph's House. So like every God provides it. I just want a place, to call home for one step away.
All right, well, we're definitely going to put that specifically in our prayer, because one of the things I've learned, my parents taught me this, and I've learned it as I've gotten older, that we have to make our requests known to God in prayer, and we have to be specific about it. And while He orchestrates and moves on the hearts of people, it is through people that God blesses us. And so we're
True.
going to be praying for the right connections that you can get that building that you need, and it won't be a source of worry and frustration, but it will be
Yeah.
exactly what you need to do. So what do you have coming up in the near future that you would like for us to know about?
April 2nd, we have a bingo party.
Okay.
Um, it's $25 per person, which includes two free games, food and drinks, and it will be at 1306 South Salisbury Boulevard, Unit 178.
Okay.
That'll be because of our 3-year anniversary. It will be celebrating on April 17th. And we're working on also for Mother's Day, for having a Mother's Day raffle and stuff. So that's it so far for now.
Awesome. That's powerful. And I want to also say to you that I want to collaborate with you
Nope.
on some things, because I have some connections that I think um, would work well together with
Okay.
what you're trying to do. I want to support what you're doing because I believe in what you're doing. I
Thank you.
believe that don't not only have a voice, but you are a voice. And so I want to do my part to get your voice heard, and your mission and what you guys are doing, I think is powerful. And I want to do whatever I can to support that.
Thank you. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Absolutely. So, is there anything else that you'd like to share with us from your heart that you want our audience to know tonight?
I just want to say male or female, because men do get abused also. And
Absolutely.
abuse, it don't have to really be, physical. There is mental, financial, all different form of abuse. So any male or female out there, if you in a situation that is not right, that like you not allow your mom, your brother, your sister, a family member to stay in, look for help. don't
Yes.
don't give second chances, because you give a second chance, it might be too late. Because I personally gave my ex a lot of chances, and it took me saying I'm going to call the police when he took a machete to run after me, and I saw myself dead. So don't give second chances. Love yourself enough to say, no, I cannot deal with this. One step away is here for you. We do not give out information. So if you think like you're going to call and say you need help, we'll be posting or talking about it. No, it's very confidential. And you could reach us on Facebook, One Step Away, Instagram, Step Away 8, or www.theonestepaway.com. You could call us at 302-244-8899. And we love you.
That's awesome. We love you too. Let me ask you this real quick before you go. What do
Okay.
you think is the main reason why people, male or female, stay in these abusive situations longer than they should or than they need to? I know each individual situation is different, but
Right.
what is one main thing that you think is the reason why we don't move out way before, like we let it go longer than it should? Why do you think that is?
I'm going to use myself, for example. I stayed because I loved him. Like, that's what I knew as love. Like, I'm just hearing like the apology from your abuser, making you believe that, they will not do it again. So, me personally, I stayed because, like, I worship the ground this man walked on. I loved him. I loved him so much. And I would say other times people say it's because of the kids.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
don't separate, the house, but those two are not good reasons to stay where you could be, 6 feet under, and him or her could be in jail.
absolutely, absolutely. And I too have been in an abusive situation. And a lot of times people don't want to admit that they've been through certain things, uh, to shame or embarrassment or whatever. But I find is that those dark places that we've been through, that once we come out, that helps our light to shine that much brighter, because you can say, I've been there and I came out, and I can help you to come out. And I remember when I was in this situation, and I knew, like, verbally I was being abused. I got choked several times, slapped a couple times, but I just felt like this person was doing more for me than any man had ever done. Um, Giving things to me that I wasn't. I was always the giver. I was always like the mother figure in the relationship. I was always getting these men that I was mothering and doing. And so this person was doing stuff for me that nobody else had done. So I kept putting up with things, putting up with
Yeah.
things. And then finally one day I was like, forget this crap. Like, I deserve better than this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I think it's so important, like you say, that everybody doesn't have somebody when they're in that situation that they can talk to. That's another thing, is like, I don't have anybody to call on, have anybody to talk to. The one or two people I did talk to, they were always quoting scriptures and telling me, what the Bible says.
Right.
Um, but it wasn't helping me at all. So I'm grateful that you are there, and that whoever will be listening to this will understand that they do have somebody that they
Yes.
can turn to. And I thank you. I appreciate you more than I know how to say. But
You're welcome.
seriously, you don't know me that well, but I promise you, I'm not one of these people that just says things to hear myself talk. Like, I don't say things to flatter people, none of that. Like, if I say it, I mean it.
I've
And
been
so,
so
yeah, I really want to see what I can do to collaborate with you to help get your message out.
no
All right.
problem. No problem. Thank you.
All right. And again, thank you so much for joining me this evening. And it wasn't that bad, was it?
No, it wasn't.
See, you were all nervous and everything. It's cool. Like, I told you, we're just gonna talk. Like, I just want, when I see somebody doing something, I want their voice to be heard by as many people as possible. And so again, I thank you for taking time to sit with me tonight. And I look forward to talking to you real soon.
No problem. Thank you. And remember, you're one step away to change.
That's right. God bless you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye.
All right. Bye bye.